Hey guys, I hope that you're well today. It is Tuesday here in Australia. I am back, guys, connecting with you, helping you build your bridal businesses from scratch if need be. And I am hoping to scope with you guys, hoping to broadcast Facebook Live with you guys. Hopefully 2 to 3 days a week from now on. We've started back at school here. We've just had our big 6-week summer holiday here over in Australia, and so Holly is back at school. Hooray! And I've got my son over in the daycare centre, which is actually next door. So I am back streaming live for you guys, giving you my tips on building your hair and makeup businesses. Before I get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Dawn Rose. I am by day a hairstylist and makeup artist, bridal specialist, and by night I try and help other hair and makeup artists start and grow their business in hair and makeup by using this wonderful world that is the wedding industry, so that I can help you attract brides, retain brides as clients, even though brides get married once, and then start creating consistent income in your hair and makeup businesses. And I want to talk to you today about mindset and kind of setting yourself up for success for 2017, because I know it's definitely going to be a year. We're actually in the middle of summer here, but some of you over in the States obviously are, you're the opposite, and in the UK you're opposite to me, you're in your winter time. But you guys will be gearing up to start your wedding season again, I guess, coming up in hopefully from somewhere around Easter time. I would hope your weddings start to pick up. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was just 3 little tips to get your mindset focused. And I know I've got some new people that have joined Creative Bridal Perfection. Guys, I call myself Dawn's Bridal Army. We're building a bridal army of bridal style warriors that we can combat any wedding woes that we have between us. You guys can see I've got a boot camp that you can join at any time. It runs all the time. You get the emails for the videos in your inbox, and it's basically like a quick start on a few little 5 basically days of kind of boosting your income in the wedding industry. But I wanted to sort of step back a little bit today, because we're in the beginning of the year and I do have a few new followers, and I wanted to talk to you guys about mindset, because I have got sort of 3 little tips to share with you about setting yourself up for success. Now, when I talk about mindset, I'm kind of thinking about how you perceive yourself as a business owner. And I know that until I made my shift, and I've talked about this story before, then you can go over to the blog and read about on the blog how I got started in the industry. But basically, I had this big mindset shift way back in about 2008, 2009, where I realized that I had to kind of take my mindset out of being the freelancer, as in being the hired, and turn myself into being the hirer and being more of a business owner. So instead of being like a freelancer hair and makeup artist, kind of waiting for work to come my way, I had to flip that switch in my brain that said, I can't keep doing this and waiting for work to fall in my lap. I need to go out there and actively seek it. So I think when you make that shift in your mind and you realize that this is your business and you need to create the business, and you need to be successful in the business, but that's down to you, and it's not down to anyone else. It's not down to your circumstances. It's specifically down to you and the way you think about yourself. And I think when you realize that as a business owner, you will suddenly start to focus more and you'll start to make money. So I wanted to just give you a couple of tips today. As I said, I'm going to try and Facebook Live with you guys 2 to 3 times a week, giving you my tips and tricks on building your bridal businesses. If you like what I'm talking about, don't forget to give me those thumbs up and those hearts. You can do that even if you're watching me on the replay. And if you are, I hope that you guys are well too. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to leave me some comments, because as people come on in live, I'm happy to answer comments as much as I can. But even if you leave them for me when you're watching this on the replay, I will do my best to get back to you guys and answer all your questions. Okay, so tip number 1 is all about doing things with conviction. And when I say conviction, I mean you need to do everything that you do and everything that you say to your bride, and every kind of communication, whether it be face-to-face, email or text, you need to do it with conviction. You need to mean what you say. There's no point doing things and not being able to follow through. I always say about the bridal contracts. We've talked about bridal contracts in the past before, and I've said to you guys before that unless you're going to actually carry out what you are stating in your contracts, don't put it in your contracts. Don't waste your time and don't waste their time. So everything that you do and everything that you say with your bride, you need to do that with conviction. Now what that's probably going to mean is it's going to mean practice, and it may mean that you need to set yourself up some little help sheets, you know, maybe some scripts to practice on. You know, the more you practice saying the words that you want to say, the more you practice your prices. Maybe you're worried that your prices might be too high. Maybe every time that you speak to a bride and you tell them how much it's going to be, you cringe. Like, that's no good. That will come across to your bride. So maybe you need to set yourself up some scripts that you need to go over and you need to practice, so that every time that you say it, it just gets easier and easier and easier, and you have more conviction in what you're saying. So that's my first tip. Another thing to do maybe with that is to have some kind of frequently asked question sheets. I've mentioned this before, that having, like, you know, your terms and conditions, your frequently asked questions, so preempt any objections that a bride might have. And again, like, once you know those things inside and out, and you know the kind of things that they're going to ask you, you will be able to, with conviction, answer their questions with no problem. So conviction is my first tip. Do things with conviction, have a little bit of a practice, set yourself out some scripts, and really strive to be, you know, sort of as positive and as strong-minded as you can when you're communicating with your brides. Now, my second thing is about knowing your worth. And knowing your worth is going to come, I guess, hand in hand with what you're going to price, how you're going to price your work. But I just want to give you like a little, I guess, a little side note on that. As a consumer, I know how much it is that I would pay to have my makeup done. But I actually charge more than what I personally would pay. However, I'm not my client. I am not my bride. I am not my ideal client. I am not trying to attract someone like myself, because if I was, then my prices are way too high, and what would be the point? But you need to realize, for some of you, that your demographics of your bridal clients are not what you are. So even if you're looking at your prices thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know that, I definitely wouldn't pay that. That doesn't matter. Don't pertain to know what it is that your brides, you know, will and won't pay. You know, if you are setting yourself up in your business, and you know the ins and outs of your client, and you know their age, their income, the type of weddings that they're having, then you will know exactly what it is that you can charge your bride. Whether or not you would pay for it is a completely different thing. You are not your client. And it did take me a long time to kind of realize that I wasn't my own client, and that even though I felt like everyone was saying to me, oh, you're too cheap, you need to put your prices up. And I kept thinking, well, I wouldn't pay that much. It wasn't until I really realized that I'm not my client, and then I put my prices up and the brides came in. And it's really strange to see it that way, but once you know your worth and you know your value and you have everything set up towards that sort of belief system, you will definitely attract the right kind of bride. So just know what you're worth. And again, go back to my first tip, which is do it with conviction. Once you know your worth, you know your clients really, really well, you know what it is that you're trying to get from your clients, what kind of bridal clients that you want to attract in your business. When you know that, you'll be able to charge exactly what it is that you're worth in your business. Now, tip number 3. My tip 3 is about having a set of core values. And I think this is a really good idea as far as mindset goes, because I think if you have yourself a little set of core values, and by core values I mean, what is it that you expect from your brides, and what is it that they can expect from you? And it really only needs to be 3 to 5 sentences on each, as to what they can expect from you as a person, as their bridal stylist. What is it that they can expect from you? You know, think about those words: understanding, trustworthy, empathetic, all those kind of things. I mean, some passionate, some of those things will relate, some of them won't, but think about those things as to what they can expect from you, and then what it is that you expect from a bride. Because again, we want to attract people that we want to work with. We want to attract the people that are valuable to us as a business as well, the people that are going to bring us in the money, the people that are going to refer us, the people that are going to basically shout from the rooftops who we are. So having a set of core values is also a really it's actually a nice thing to have on your website, so that under your sort of a about me page, you can have a nice set of what your sort of 3 to 5 core values are as a bridal stylist, as their bridal stylist. Think about your ideal client when you're setting that up. So they're my 3 tips. Conviction, so practice everything so that you can give everything with conviction. Know your value, know your worth. And number 3, have a set of values. That's it for today. That's all I wanted to get across to you guys. I'll be back probably tomorrow with another quick live tip. I'm going to keep doing these on the Creating Bridal Perfection Facebook page so that you guys get as much value as you want. Have a great day, have a great evening wherever you are in the world, and I shall see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, bye.